What's up, guys? Mr. Arnold sliding in all smooth and casual for this ODFP, Old Dead Famous People Showcase. And in this showcase, we're going to be calling on down Father Miguel Hidalgo of Mexico. Yes, let's give him a round of applause, ladies and gents. And what you have to know about Father Miguel Hidalgo of Mexico is that he was a priest, but he was also a revolutionary leader, and he lived between the years of 1753 to 1811. Now, before we really get into what Father Miguel Hidalgo did specifically, we have to understand the social conditions that shaped Mexican interactions with the colonizing people that were around in 1807. Now, in 1807, Spain was invaded by the French, and Joseph Bonaparte, Napoleon's brother, took over as the Spanish ruler, took over the Spanish crown essentially. Many people were unsure of the ambitions of their colonial rulers, the Bonapartes, and what they were doing, and they did not know where to pledge their allegiance to. They didn't know whether they should go with the old Spanish monarch and say, hey, we're with you, or they should just think, hey, let's just create our own group. And many of these people did. They created pro-independence groups. And one of the people that's going to be leading the pro-independence group is Father Miguel Hidalgo. He presided over a poor, rural parish in the town of Dolores. Okay? And in this town, on September 15, 1810, he rang the church bells. He was ringing them, and he summoned the people to prayer. And when those people got there, when they gathered, he startled them with an urgent appeal. He said, "My children, will you be free?" Father Miguel Hidalgo's speech later became known as El Grito de Dolores, the cry of Dolores. It was the first call for Mexicans to fight for their independence. A ragged army of poor mestizos and Native Americans rallied to Father Miguel Hidalgo's side, and they marched to the outskirts of Mexico City. And at first, some Creoles supported Hidalgo and what he was doing and the change that he was trying to bring. However, they rejected him when he called for an end to slavery. What you have to understand is that less than a year after he issued the grito, the call for freedom, Hidalgo was later captured and executed by a firing squad, and his followers were also scattered throughout all of Mexico. But the key theme that you have to understand with Hidalgo is that he sowed the seeds. He planted the seed in Mexico for change, for independence, for freedom. In 1820, 10 years after he made that famous speech, Creoles, Mestizos, and Native Americans, they joined forces. And they joined forces against the Spanish crown, and they were successful in overthrowing the Spanish colonial government that was in place in Mexico. Mexico finally became independent 10 years after Miguel Hidalgo made that famous speech. And even to this day, guys, even to this day, Miguel Hidalgo is a symbol of Mexican independence. He was an individual who came to symbolize change and freedom during the Mexican independence movements of 1810 to 1820, and he later became nicknamed the Father of Independence. And Miguel Hidalgo's Grito speech is still reenacted every September 15th in Mexico by their current president and other local politicians. And they do this as a way to pay homage to the man behind me that shaped it all, that started it all for this country of Mexico, our neighbors to the south. Alright, that's all I got for this ODFP, Old Dead Famous People Showcase. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later. Mr. Arnold, signing off.